Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Web Solution Master. If you're a React developer, I have a question for you. Are you still starting your projects with Create React App? If so, you might be missing out on a game-changing framework that could supercharge your development process. Today, we're diving deep into why you should seriously consider choosing Next.js over traditional React, especially right now. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll understand why so many developers are making the switch and how it can benefit you and your projects immensely. So, let's start with the big one, SEO, or search engine optimization. We all build websites hoping people will find them, right? Well, with a standard client-side rendered React application, that can be a real challenge. When a search engine crawler like Googlebot visits your site, it often sees a blank HTML page with a bunch of JavaScript. It has to execute that JavaScript to see your content, which can be slow and sometimes incomplete. This is a huge disadvantage for SEO. Your amazing content might not get indexed properly, meaning you won't rank as high in search results. This is where Next.js comes in and completely changes the game. Next.js offers two powerful pre-rendering strategies right out of the box: server-side rendering, or SSR, and static site generation, or SSG. With server-side rendering, the server generates the full HTML for a page in response to each request. This means when a search engine crawler or a user's browser requests a page, they get a fully formed HTML document immediately. The content is right there, ready to be indexed and displayed. No waiting for JavaScript to load and run. This is a massive win for SEO. Then there's static site generation. If your content doesn't change on every request, like on a blog, a portfolio, or a marketing site, you can use SSG Next. JS will pre-build all your pages into static HTML files at build time. When a user requests a page, a server can just send that pre-built file instantly. It's incredibly fast and, again, perfect for SEO because the content is static and readily available. The beauty of Next.js is that you can mix and match. You can use SSG for your marketing pages and SSR for your dynamic user-specific dashboard pages, all within the same application. This flexibility is something you just do and get with a standard Create React app setup without a lot of complex manual configuration. Now, let's talk about speed and user experience. Have you ever clicked on a link and stared at a blank white screen with a spinning loader for a few seconds? That's a common experience with large client-side React apps. That delay is called the First Contentful Paint, or FCP, and it's a critical performance metric. Studies have shown that even a 1-second delay in page load time can lead to a significant drop in user engagement and conversions. People are impatient online. If your site feels slow, they'll leave. Next.js tackles this problem head-on, because of its pre-rendering capabilities, users see meaningful content almost instantly. The initial HTML is sent from the server, so the browser can start rendering the page right away, while the rest of the JavaScript loads in the background. This process is called hydration. The user perceives the site as being incredibly fast, which dramatically improves the user experience. A faster site leads to lower bounce rates, higher engagement, and happier users. If you're building an e-commerce site, a blog, or any application where performance is key, the faster load times you get with Next.js can directly translate into better business outcomes. Think about it. A faster load time can literally increase your revenue. Next up, let's discuss developer experience and productivity. One of the common gripes with setting up a new React project is the amount of boilerplate code and configuration required. You need to set up routing with a library like React Router. You might need to configure Webpack for code splitting. And if you want server-side rendering, you're looking at a whole new level of complexity. It can take hours or even days to get a production-ready setup just right. This is another area where Next.js shines. It's what we call an opinionated framework, which is a good thing here. It comes with a ton of sensible defaults and built-in features that handle the tedious setup for you. For instance, routing in Next.js's file system base. You want a new page at the About root? Just create a file named About. J's inside the Pages directory. That's it. No need to install and configure a separate routing library. It's intuitive, simple, and incredibly fast to work with. This streamlined approach extends to other areas as well. Next.js has built-in support for CSS modules, Sass, and even features like automatic code splitting. It splits your JavaScript into smaller chunks on a per-page basis, so users only download the code they need for the specific page they're visiting. This is something that requires manual configuration in a traditional React setup, but is automatic in Next.js. All these built-in optimizations mean you spend less time on configuration and more time building features. I've seen teams accelerate their project delivery by as much as 2 times just by switching from a custom React setup to Next.js. You're building on a solid, optimized foundation from day one. Let's also touch on API routes. In a typical React application, you have your front-end code, and then you have a separate back-end server to handle API requests, database interactions, and authentication. This means managing 2 separate code bases, 2 deployment processes, and dealing with complexities like cores. Next.js simplifies this dramatically with its integrated API routes feature. You can create a folder named API inside your page's directory, and any file you put in there becomes an API endpoint. You can write server-side Node.js code directly within your Next.js project. This is perfect for tasks like handling form submissions, connecting to a database, or implementing user authentication. You can build a full-stack application within a single, unified codebase. This not only simplifies development and deployment, but also makes it easier to manage and scale your application. Imagine not having to set up a whole separate Express server just to handle a few API calls. It's a huge productivity boost. So, let's recap the comparison. With traditional React, using something like Create React App, you get a fantastic library for building user interfaces. But that's where its responsibilities end. For anything else, routing, SEO, performance optimization, API endpoints, you're on your own. You have to choose, install, and configure a whole ecosystem of third-party libraries. This gives you a lot of flexibility, but it also comes with a steep learning curve and a significant maintenance burden. Every library you add is another dependency to manage and update. With Next.js, you're getting a complete framework built on top of React. It provides a structured, opinionated solution for all those common problems. It's not about taking away your choices. It's about providing you with a set of battle-tested, powerful defaults so you can be productive immediately. You get server-side rendering and static site generation for top-tier SEO and performance. You get a simple, file-based routing system. You get automatic code splitting and image optimization. And you get integrated API routes for building full-stack applications. Is there ever a time to use plain React? Sure. If you're building a small internal dashboard that doesn't need to be indexed by search engines, or if you're embedding a React component into an existing non-React website, Create React App, or a tool like Viet might be perfectly fine. But for any public-facing website or web application where performance, SEO, and developer productivity are important, Next.js has become the clear winner. The ecosystem around Next.js is also incredible. It's created by Vercel, a company that provides a best-in-class platform for deploying Next.js applications. The integration between the framework and the hosting platform is seamless. Pushing your code to production is as simple as a Git push. The community is massive and growing, which means you'll find tons of tutorials, examples, and support online. In conclusion, if you're a React developer today, learning Next.js is one of the best investments you can make in your career. It solves the most significant pain points of client-side React development, leading to better products for your users and a more enjoyable, efficient development process for you. You're still writing React components, but you're doing it within a powerful framework that handles all the heavy lifting. So for your next project, instead of reaching for npx create React app, give npx create next app a try. I promise you won't look back. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this gave you a clear picture of why Next.js is such a dominant force in the web development world right now. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. And if you have any questions or your own experiences with Next.js, drop them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe for more content on modern web development. See you in the next one.